Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Kharak number 11. I am ready to go, got a full glass of water, got myself a quesadilla con queso. I don't really know what a quesadilla would be like without cheese, but whew. And we got AGameAnx here versus PhantomCrash45. So this will be a pretty exciting match. But yeah, I think we all know who the favorite here is. But hey, we haven't seen much from PhantomCrash45, so you know. At any rate, he may not know what he's up against, but I imagine he knows who A-Game is. Most people do. He's going to be playing as Conef here up in the north. We got A-Game down here in the south. Going for early LAV fabrication right here. The map is Torn Crater, and so I honestly imagine we're going to see A-Game go for some... Do I not have the music on? I don't think I did. No, wait. I did. Anyway, I imagine we're going to see A-Game going for some kind of like an AAV rush here. Torn Craters is a map where it's very easy to do that. Then again, we didn't see him put one of the early game, like one of the initial salvagers onto RUs, so if that is the case, he's not going to be doing it particularly quickly. Anyway, Phantom Crash over here. Just sitting at home with that production cruiser, making one blast drone here, but he hasn't salvaged the base runner yet, and I believe, is it correct? I think so, that when we saw him in the last game when he beat Maze, he made 2 blast drones here and then he retired the base runner, which I thought was kind of an interesting move. Maybe it'll catch people off because they see the blast drones, but then they can't find the base runner, they don't know where it is. We'll see if he'll do the same thing here. He is against Coalition, last time he was against Sylvan, it's basically the same. We shall just have to wait and see. A-Game moving across the field now with these LAVs, and you can see he's clearly fanning them out kind of with the purpose of getting map vision here. You can see just how much of the map you can see right now. LAV gonna find this blast drone right here. Blast drone's got no clue. I mean, it's a drone. It doesn't even have, like, you know, consciousness. The operator of the blast drone has no clue. And it is gonna be support cruiser first here after about 5 LAVs, which means it's not first, obviously, but you know what I'm trying to say. From Phantom Crash here, we could be seeing refinery mode now. No, he's going to go into railgun fabrication here. It's pretty late because he didn't have any RUs yet. No salvagers onto that second base, so I don't think his economy is particularly well managed here. And you can see A-Game just going to close it down on this blast drone. Definitely that one was trying to rally with this one here, but Phantom Crash going to let no such shenanigans get... A-Game going to let no such shenanigans get through here. One LAV is going to get downed. But that's obviously not exactly what he was going for. You can tell when you put the 2 blast drones together like that, okay, yeah, we know what's going on, right? He wants to strike at the eco there, but not going to have a chance to do that today. Second blast drone also going to be found by this LAV right here. And this one I think maybe could get away, but... oh, I thought that would auto-detonate right there, personally. There were no targets in sight that he could, you know, target the blast drone onto, so... If they pass by... Oh, what the... Yeah, that was a little too far away. A little bit odd right there, a little bit odd. But anyway, both of the blast drones have been discovered. We did see that base runner get retired, kind of like I was saying. So yeah, A-Game not going to have to worry about any of that. That's going to be obviously pretty nice for him. And he still has complete map vision, so he knows his opponent's not trying anything funny. Refinery mode is on the way now, although it is going to be a bit late, right? And it's going to be AAVs coming out now for A-Game. He has not actually saturated this base just yet, so I guess... seeing he's got total map control here, he decided to go for some AAVs, not totally sure, but he definitely is going to decide to go for the artifact there. That makes a lot of sense. He's not going to need this to defend. That much is pretty obvious when you come in here again and you don't see a second production cruiser. There's no other reason why your opponent would be staying home than that he's just going for, you know, he's just going for some simple economy here. Ouch. Dude, could you not see that one coming? I don't know who's driving this thing, but he should be fired. It looks like he's going to be. Oh, not quite. 2 HP left on him. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. You don't often see kind of cruise missiles managing to hit strike craft, do we? But this guy actually is gonna make it out, and A-Game is concerned enough about the LAV pilot there. He's gonna get his vehicle repaired. No more Apollo nonsense, right? You know what I'm talking about. Gets hit by another one though. I don't know. I think this is kind of funny. I'm not totally sure why though. Yeah, railgun fabrication is finished here, so we got one assault railgun on the queue. Second production cruiser on the way as well. One salvager goes down here. So, and this guy survives with 6 HP. These mad lads here, J-Off or Geoff or whatever you want to call him. What is up with Kith Sagal again? I definitely remember having heard about them, but I can't Like, I think they're in the technical briefing for Homeworld 1, but I'm not totally sure. Because all of the LAV pilots are Sagalts. That's one thing I've noticed. Anyway, Railgun Armor 1 is finished here. This AAV not really going to be a particular threat to the Assault Railgun, not very quickly anyway. Actually, more of a threat though is these LAVs right here. Although they get smacked by that cruise missile, that's crazy. That's actually doing some pretty good damage here. I'd love to see like how much damage cruise missiles have done so far in this match. Fortunately, we can't check that obviously. Now, LAVs have got a lower DPS than AAVs do, and that's pretty obvious by the way that he's taking out these salvagers here, but they actually perform better against assault railguns because their burst damage is higher, right? 15 versus 11. So that's why the LAVs are the real threat to the assault railgun here, but since they're all damaged by that cruise missile, he's not going to be able to use them to come in and take it. There are 2 assault railguns up here now, more salvagers going down, but pretty soon PhantomCrash will have the numbers to hold off this attack. But A-Game definitely coming out ahead. As you would expect. I mean, like I said, he was definitely the favorite right here. But this early game harassment has been pretty effective for him so far. And this is pretty nice. Just kind of hide over here in the corner of the map. His opponent does not have any clue that he's there. Really unlikely for him to check that spot too. And there's one thing you should notice about Torrent Crater. This huge area right there. Rather small right there. So there's one side of the map where you can do this a lot more effectively than the other. It's always been a little weird. Like, it kind of annoys me a little bit that there's that sort of asymmetry in the map. This oh no. Oh no. They gave up, you can see by the treads. That's a little unfortunate. A-Game thinking this guy had already extracted, but indeed he had not. Oh, he checked the corner! No way! I'm kind of amazed. That's not something that I think you would check normally. Wow. Anyway, so what's the story on the field right now? A-Game getting up onto his third base, PhantomCrash still resaturating his second. He's got all 6 here, right? Yeah, he does, but only 2 right there, so. A-Game definitely very far ahead, miles ahead in terms of economy here. We also saw him get Assault Cruiser Fabrication. He's going to be producing one of those as well. There are already railguns out on the field, so he may change his mind. No, he's going to queue up another one, so. Yeah, he does want the assault cruisers, and then probably he'll move into artillery from here. I guess it's hard to say, though. He's really got the money to do whatever he wants, though, doesn't he? Take a sip on my drink here. Getting the vehicle damage now for his LAVs. That's always a good move, obviously, because you want them to be able to penetrate the armor of those railguns there. How much armor is that, by the way? Armor 2 now finished for those railguns. And PhantomCrash is going to go into Honor Guard Cruiser Fabrication. That's pretty exciting. He did this against Maze too, didn't he? And then, actually, I think I faulted him for not producing it quite fast enough. So, well, yeah, he went for another production cruiser before he had finished that one. But in this case, he's got that 3rd production cruiser on the way already, and I think that he'll be able to just start producing these guys immediately once he's finished with that tech, so. Does he still have a chance in this game? Yeah, I would say so if he weren't up against AGameAnx. These 2 assault cruisers are going to be really difficult to deal with, and there's no heavy railguns out on the field just yet. And I don't expect A-Game to choke at all. If it were most other players, I would say, yeah, he probably still has a chance here, but it's not likely. But yeah, someone like A-Game, Catharsis, Discar, they're not going to throw this way. I think A-Game is just so far ahead now, he'll just be able to push this force that he's got down his opponent's throat, and that's just going to be game, right? We'll have to see, though. We'll have to see. Honor Guard Cruiser Fabrication finished now. PhantomCrash going to make a base runner first, and then he has got the money. Well, he will have the money for it anyway, probably. I think. Shouldn't say these things too quickly. It does take quite a lot of CUs. I think it's 600, 200, if I'm not mistaken. Missile ships are finished too, so he's got anti-air. And A-Game going for anti-air as well, although I rather think, having seen the missile ship there, A-Game should cancel these. He probably should know that he doesn't need them. And plus, if he does want to have anti-air on the field, he can get assault cruiser anti-air, and I feel like that would be a little bit better for him. But that's kind of an odd tech to get, though. Maybe that's just me trying to be radical thinking, you know what I mean? But I love the positioning of these LAVs right here, just leaving them in such a nice area that he can easily see, okay, yeah, my opponent's not doing anything. He's not moving out on the flanks, I don't have to watch for a backstab. And this assault railgun pushing out the 1 LAV means maybe he will have to consider that, but I don't think he suspects that that's going to be a problem, and sure enough it won't. Blast drone's getting produced now from this base burner right here, but there's LAV armor. No, I think LAVs go down by blast drone even if they've got armor, don't they? Assault Cruiser's completely behind PhantomCrash's army now, by the way, and I don't even know if he is aware that these things are here. And these units suddenly start looking really trapped, because obviously they don't have the hitting power to stop these two Assault Cruisers. And if I were A-Game, I think I'd be going for the economy too, but he should be aware he's got the ability to trap his opponent's entire army here. This is definitely a pretty nasty encirclement. Yeah, it looks like he's just going to go straight into main, though. And he's going to catch out these two heavy railguns completely flat-footed. I think this one maybe actually will get away. And it is about as fast as an assault ship, assault cruiser, too. Second blast drone comes out and just instantly gets dunked. Yeah, assault cruiser's not even interested in the railgun at all. They're just going to come in here, smash down the eco. Oh dear, and it looks like PhantomCrash discovered, it's your assault cruisers in my main, huh? Yeah, that's probably the game. He's just gonna choose the GGR right there, and that's kind of how things were headed. He needed to have something to hold those off a lot earlier, and I guess he just didn't know that they were coming. You can't really blame him for that. I mean, he hadn't seen anything. Well, you can blame him for not having seen it though, right? He hasn't really been doing any scouting here. Seemed like a very comfortable win for A-Game, didn't it? Just kind of go with some early economic pressure. Gets up onto his third base, miles ahead of his opponent. And then at that point, he can really do whatever he wants. You could have gone for battle cruises, I don't know. So, a good game to him. Definitely the expected result here. But, PhantomCrash did not play too poorly. Just outclassed, I think, by A-Game here. Let's move on to the next one, shall we? But first, I'm going to finish this quesadilla. I really want. I've been looking at it this whole match like, oh, I want to eat it.